Hi all, welcome to April's Project Pan update video. It's currently Thursday the 2nd of April, and normally on either the last day of the month or first day I mark where I am with all my products, but unfortunately I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to do it now. As I said in my last video, which was what I want to use up in 2026, I do have quite a few products in that video, and I do want to start implementing more updates in regards to them products. So I might give you some updates on them in this section. So starting off strong, this CeraVe foaming cleanser. This was in my 2026 video that I want to use up, and as you can see I've been tracking it on the back, but this is the first month I was like all in using this morning and night, and I think that I might actually finish it in April. I've only got a little bit left. I think I'll also use this up in April. Also think I'll get through my first bottle of this of the year. Also think I will be finished this green tea fresh toner. With this Aroma Oil Spray, I have made the best progress in the month of March, which is surprising. So I think I might have this done. But this is one product that I've had for so long that I'm going to be jumping for joy once I finish this. Also making very steady progress with this Neon & Co treatment oil. As you can see. So that is all I'm going to track in my bathroom. I feel like a lot of the products, like hair masks and stuff, I'm not going to bother doing. And also like these bond repairs, because I won't be using them for a few months until my hair gets in a better condition. So these are all my liquid products. I think I'm only really going to track these products. I'm not gonna really track like a few other cream products because I don't use them that often. And maybe I'll take some pictures of like a few of the powder products. For example, this blush. I've surprisingly made a tiny bit of progress with this. I only have a tiny bit of left in here. I think I'll be finished it by the end of this month. Then we've got this Benefit to Benetton, which has made really, well, a tiny bit of progress. So I've taken the stopper out of this product because I think that's how I've originally tracked it, and as you can see it's gone down a little bit. So that is how much I've used there. I've also got this blush which is quite thin in the middle, and I think I'm doing quite well with this. So this hand cream body lotion, got down to there. So I think that is basically everything that I'm going to track. Obviously if I forget something I'll just track it next month, but hopefully we can get through quite a few products in April. So as you can see I am dyeing my hair, but tonight I'm going to use the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask. I'm going to leave this in my hair for about an hour just to help with the dyeing situation so it doesn't dry out my hair too much, and to get as much moisture back into my hair that I can. For this month, one of my goals is to use all of my sunscreen samples, because I think what I want to do is in winter I'm gonna give this a try to see if it works better for me, because it feels a bit greasy, but I'm thinking maybe in winter, because I don't get as oily, that I could give this a go more on my face and I can try and get through this which I know there's so much product in here. If I can get through some of it, that's great. I'm gonna focus on my samples. So I've already used this one up. I finished it yesterday. I might try the Burrito Daily Soft Touch Sunscreen. And normally with these samples, I find that I get 2 days worth of sunscreen. Okay, so there's a little bit in here. I don't know if it would do a full day, but I feel like I've got enough sunscreen on. I would put more on if I was actively going to go outside. So I might finish that up tomorrow and then I'll work through these two. I still think I'll stick with my Water Fit Sun Serum when I wear makeup though, because I know this works underneath makeup. Just checking in. This morning I finished another sunscreen sample. To keep myself accountable, I'm going to chuck on the Paula's Choice exfoliant. Let that sink into my skin for a few minutes while I moisturize my body. And I'm going to use to moisturize my Dermaveen Intense Moisturized Lotion. Another thing I noticed today when I was doing my cleansing oil is the pump stopped pumping out the product, so this will be used up in a few days. And I do want to say, last night I went out with a group of friends and I wore makeup, and I came home and I used my cleansing oil, and then I actually used my micellar water as my second cleanse before I went in with my CeraVe cleansing foam while in the shower. It did pick some makeup off, but I feel like my second cleanse does a really good job at removing makeup, but I am going to try using this to clean my makeup brushes. So today is my hair wash day. I'm just about to go mow yard, but I have put the OTX Damage Remedy Coconut Miracle Oil on my ends of my hair just so that I can marinate for a few hours while I do that. And because I am going to go and mow the lawn, I am going to top up with this Mixsoon Bean Sun Serum Sunscreen. So I used most of it this morning and I'm going to use the rest now. So that is 3 out of 4 of my sunscreen samples. Another thing I want to do is this month I really want to try and get through this Haru Haru Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence, and I just use this on my chest, so I'm trying to implement that into my routine every night after I've showered. But I actually think I've got quite a few things that are nearly finished. Also, I've got this Skin 100 Tone Brightening Capsule Ampoule. I had to take the stopper out and I flipped it over just so it's easier to get out, but I think I'll be finished this also in a few days time. I'm hoping that I just get through a whole bunch of stuff this month. I am about to jump into the shower and I'm going to use cleansing oil, and there's only a tiny bit in here, and that is the second empty for today. And so I opened that on the 8th of January and it's currently the 6th, so I know it lasts about 3 months. Hey all, happy Tuesday. And I think what I'm going to try tonight is I'm going to double cleanse, so use my cleansing oil and my CeraVe foaming cleanser, and then I'm going to use my micellar water with just a cotton pad just to go over it, because I'm curious how much makeup is left on my face after I double cleanse, to see if there's any more makeup on my face. Someone did recommend to use this as like a step after cleansing oil. I always do a double cleanse at night. Sometimes I even go in with a third cleanse depending how my skin feels. But I'm going to give the micellar water a go tonight just so I can use some of it up. I had the worst sleep last night. And I went into work today, 4-day weekend over Easter, and I actually ended up taking Thursday off as just a day off so I could have a 5-day weekend, just because I am so burnt out. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I double cleansed and then I used micellar water on a cotton pad, and a little bit of makeup came off. So it's currently 9 p.m. and I'm about to go to bed. I'm getting up early in the morning to go to a Pilates class. And I thought I would cut my moisturizer open tonight, so I don't think I'll have time to film in the morning. You're not going to really be able to see a little bit on this end. And there is a little bit in the bottom as well. So I just tried to get the last bit of this out, but I couldn't get anything out. So that is my first bottle of this finished. So I've just opened a new bottle and used that this morning. I'm going to use this Purito Wonder Relief Centella Daily Sun Lotion. And this is my last sample of my sunscreen, which is exciting. And I think I'm going to use all of it. I found the last Purito sunscreen sample I used that there wasn't like really that much in it. Where some of the other ones that I had, I could get away with splitting it into 2. So that is 4 samples done this month. I feel like the past few days I have filmed quite a few clips. It's my hair wash day, so I am going to oil my hair. I'm actually going to use, as always, my OGX Coconut Miracle Oil on the ends of my hair. But on my scalp, I'm actually going to use this oil that I made last year sometime, probably in the first half of last year. I found my scalp did so much better without using it, but I just want to see, maybe I was doing it just way too often and that's why I didn't like it. But it's just like a bunch of different oils that I've put in here. I think it's got castor oil, pumpkin seed oil, and the one that starts with J. I will put it on the screen once I know, but I kind of got inspired by Vanilla Swirl on TikTok and used her recipe, but I don't think I used it exactly. I just put like a bunch of oils together. I think I didn't put coconut oil in it. I think hers does have that, but I think there's only like 4 oils in here. So I'm going to chuck this in on my scalp. I'm going to try just do a little bit, but once I use this, I probably, well, I know I definitely won't make it again. See, I'm currently up to 5 ounces, just above. It probably went down like, we don't use ounces in Australia, but it went down 1 little line. And let this marinate in my hair for probably 5 to 6 hours. It's currently my least favorite day of the week. And I'm just doing my morning skincare. It's currently 5:30. It is quite chilly this morning, but I'm going to use the rest of my Beauty of Joseon Red Bean Water Gel. So that is this product finished. So tomorrow when I get ready, I will be going back to the Purito Gel Cream. And I'm just going to throw on some of my Skin 1004 sunscreen. Even though it's pitch dark outside at the moment, but I will be doing my makeup in probably like 5 to 10 minutes. Good morning, happy Friday. I just had a shower and I'm about to do my morning skincare, and I'm going to use the rest of this toner as there's only a tiny bit in there. That is another empty, and I do have a backup already in my bathroom, so tomorrow I will write the date on it. I'm just going to get dressed and then I will jump back in and I will tell you about this sunscreen. So sunscreen time. So I've got this sunscreen that was in my what products I want to use up in 2026, and I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to use this. After editing that video, I decided that any day that I'm just working from home and not going into work, I'm going to use this. It's not as nice as my Skin 1004 sunscreen. This one's really fluid and really sinks into the skin very nicely, where this one's super thick. But if I want to try and use this up before October, I'm just going to have to use it. Like, it is super thick. I've been using this for probably like maybe a week or a week and a half. This is my main sunscreen on my face. Hopefully this means that I can get through this sunscreen, most of it, by October or by the end of the year, just so I can say that I got through it. It's not as oily as I remember. It doesn't have any fragrance, which I love, because, and I find that I can like rub it over my eyes a little bit like that and it doesn't irritate my eyes. And now I have to go and start working. So I am about to clean my makeup brushes, and I'm going to try cleaning them with micellar water just so I can start working through this. So I'm going to put a little bit in a cup and just let my brushes soak in there for a little bit. Maybe like, I went from like this line down to there. So I'm just going to dump all my brushes in here, just like that. And I might actually put a little bit of warm water just to top it up a little bit to make sure all of the brushes get covered. And then after my shower, I might put a little bit of shampoo in too, just to make sure I get it all out. And it's already starting to turn really skin tony. Okay, so I just washed my makeup brushes with the micellar water, and then I just double checked with some shampoo, but I did think that it was very quick. While I'm here, I'm also going to chuck on my Paula's Choice exfoliant. My face is completely dry. This is me keeping myself accountable using this product because I'm pretty stuck with it. So I uploaded my last update video for March, yes, March, and someone thinks my skin barrier is damaged, which is weird because this Paula's Choice exfoliant is really like the only harsh product that I put on my skin, and I don't do it very often. I'm trying to do it once a week, but that made me look at my skincare routine in general, and I think I'm using too many soothing products which can trap the heat in your skin. So I'm really just going to try and pull back and simplify my routine even further, which sucks because I think that's going to slow me down on a couple of products. I think it made me realize that a few of the products that I was using as my like staple products, that I think I'm going to kind of transition them out once I've used the products, or I'm just going to not use them as often as I do. And one of the suggestions with the Paula's Choice is just to put it on completely dry skin with none of my other toners before it, which it's pretty dry. And then I'm going to use my Purito Mighty Bamboo Penthol Cream. And that's all I'm doing. So very simple on nights that I use this. I've also pulled back on a lot of other products because that might be one of the reasons why my skin is looking a little bit red and a little bit oily, because all of my products that I'm really using on my skin are soothing, calming products, and I think I'm just doubling up on them items too much. But I just wanted to get through the products. But thank you for leaving that comment on my last video, because now I am simplifying it and I'm just gonna remove a few things, or at least not use them as frequently as I was. So with my simplified routine, we'll see how it goes. So I just finished another one of these Nioxin Hair Fall Defense Serum. What was left in the bottom, I've just poured in a new bottle because I couldn't spray any more out. But also, I can't pump anything out with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a little travel container and tip it upside down so I can get as much product out as I can. I don't think anything's going to come out. I might leave it like this for the rest of the night. And if nothing comes out, I'll just throw a little bit of water in the morning and use it one more time. But I will, something's coming out. I thought something else would happen, but if that's all there is, I'm definitely going to finish that tomorrow. I've been doing Coachella, so I live in Australia, and for me the headlining acts like Sabrina and Justin, they're on at like 2 p.m. for Sabrina or 4 p.m. for 4:30 for Justin. And weekend 2 was so much better than weekend 1. They're the only 2 people I watched though. Wasn't really interested in watching anyone else. Like, I loved Sabrina's act last week. I thought Justin's was a bit like average. But I think this week you could definitely tell he was lots more comfortable. He was so much more interactive with the audience, and he just looked like he was having so much fun. So I really, really enjoyed his performance this weekend. He played some bangers. Sabrina, she's a Coachella. It's like 5 in the morning, and the past 2 days it's been quite chilly in Brisbane. This morning I am going to open my Haro Haro Black Rice Moisture 5.5 Soft Cleansing Gel, as I finished my CeraVe Foaming Cleanser yesterday, which is very exciting. And I think I might be finishing some makeup products this morning. I probably look a bit crazy because I have like a flannelette pajama shirt on, but I just wanted to give you an update on this Rare Beauty. So I took the stopper out just because I couldn't get anything out, but as you can see there's a lot of product there now, but at least I can use it and I can put a good like whack on and actually feel like something's going on. The lighting is pretty bad, but I am going to use the rest of this Rare Beauty setting spray this morning. I'm so glad to be finishing this though. I actually looked up my Sephora order of when I ordered this. I ordered it on the 25th of November 2022. I got 2 at the time, and this is the second one. So once this is gone, happy days. So that's a nifty. And then I'm also going to retire, sorry, all the birds are out if you hear that. Also, I'm gonna retire this MK Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder. There's a tiny bit of product around the edge, but it's just not working for me. Trying to scoop this out every day. So I'll replace it with a brand new one, and hopefully I can get through this by the end of the year. And for the Rare Beauty one, I'm gonna jump straight into this MK Beauty setting spray. I washed my hair tonight and I'm about to go to bed, but my hair's still a bit wet, so I'm gonna just finish off by blow drying. I'm just gonna use this Di Lorenzo Defense Thermal Spray, and I thought as I am blow drying my hair and getting ready for bed, that I might actually do a teeth whitening strip as well. So I'm gonna chop that in first. I have 3 left and that's this done. Because I have such fine hair, I'll probably just split it into like 2 sections. And before someone comes after me for putting heat on my hair, and that's the reason why my hair is so damaged, this is the 2nd time this year that I've blow dried my hair. Other than that, I normally just leave my hair to air dry. You can't go blaming my hair dryer. All my little baby hairs are popping up. I hope it's new growth and not just breakage. So I'm just gonna finish getting ready for bed, and then I'm gonna pop this out, but I'm not gonna film that. So I'll see you in my next update. Hello. I've just been sitting here working, and then I had the sudden urge to repress my bronzer. I scraped it out of my packaging. This is the Benefit Hoola Light Bronzer, and I got it out of the box and it did break up a little bit. And I'm gonna mash it up in here, make it a very fine powder, and then I'm gonna use some alcohol to repress it. Also, I know I look absolutely crazy. I did skin healing last night, and that's where this redness is from. So as you can tell, I have dyed my hair again, and this time it's come out so much darker, but this is like, it's probably a little touch darker, but I feel like my hair's actually, and I won't know until I wash it a few times, but I feel like my hair's actually taken the color. I feel like I've researched a lot as well online, and I'm thinking my previous hair color was washing out because it was an ash base, and ash doesn't last as long. So I've just gone for a standard level 6 and put like touch of ash in it, so I'm hoping the level 6 will stay and the ash will just slowly wash out, but we'll see how we go. I was like a bit nervous to dye my hair for a second time in like 3 weeks, I want to say, but my hair honestly still like feels really good. It's really soft since I've swapped to my Amika hair mask and removed all my protein treatments. I feel like overall my hair is doing so much better. It's not really dry anymore, so I was okay with doing another hair color. Besides that, tonight is, so it's currently Saturday. We just had our floor epoxied, so now we're prepping the room to paint. So I've been cleaning walls down for a few hours today, but it's also like very rainy here in Brisbane, which I really like because it's cold weather at the moment as well, and I love cold rainy weather. I feel like that's just my favorite weather. Anyway, it's been a while, and I don't think this month I've done this, but I am going to fill up this basin with some hot water and do a few pumps of my softening soak and soak my feet in it for like 30 to 40 minutes. The start of the year I've only used a touch, so I need to get back into using this a little bit more. But yeah, I've just been so exhausted. I feel like fatigue really hit me again this week. I think I just really hate my job at the moment, and I'm finding no joy in that, and I'm finding it really hard to get up every morning. I also do want to mention that I have done a few purchases. Nothing too, maybe I will go through that later. Okay, so I've just gotten out of the shower. I used some of the Ordinary glycolic acid under my underarms. Let that dry, and then I did a full body moisturize with my Dermaveen moisturizer. I'm also going to use these two products on my feet, but I'm going to do that while I'm sitting on the couch, just so I can leave my socks off for a bit and let it absorb in. And then I'm going to put some treatment ointment on my feet. This is basically Vaseline, so it's just going to lock all the moisture in from them two products. But because I skin needled a few days ago, I'm going to whip out this hyaluronic face sheet mask. I'm also grabbed one of the Oral-B whitening strips, which I'm going to do in a few hours time. Pulled out my winter pajamas, and I'm like fully into my winter pajamas now, but I'm thinking of getting another couple. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. It's been on for like 2 hours. Hello, happy Monday. I'm having such a good Monday, which is shocking because I don't think I've had a good Monday for so long, but I had such a good weekend. Didn't really get up to much, but it's cold, it's rainy. It's just like my favorite weather. You know how people get seasonal depression in winter? I think I'm the opposite way because I just love this weather and I just feel really well rested. I feel very, very balanced within myself. I'm not cranky, I'm not grumpy, I'm not tired. Worked from home, and I probably did more work today than I did the whole of last week, which is crazy to think about, but it's been really good. So hopefully we can keep going with this motivation and the good vibes for the rest of the week. But I'm about to wash my hair. I put my OGX coconut oil in the ends of my hair. My scalp, I think, is starting to struggle a little bit from me dyeing my hair, especially since I did it twice. I'm just going to be really gentle with my scalp for the next few days. I'm also thinking I'm banning myself from dyeing my hair for at least the next 6 weeks because I dyed it twice in 2 weeks. I'm going to wash my hair and we will see where we go. So I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight. Because my scalp is a little bit irritated, I'm actually going to put my Madagascar Centella Ampule through my hair, just because this helps with irritation. And depending how the next few days are, I might do this for the next few days instead of my Nioxin Hair Fall Defense Serum. It's mainly like around my hairline that I'm noticing. Well, that's all I've noticed because I obviously can't see the back of my head. When I was having a look at my hair this morning, you could see it was a bit red and starting to dry and flake a little bit. That's why I wanted to use this. Another update is I'm going to use this De Lorenzo the Ends, but when I went to pick up some new hair dye, I actually purchased another leave-in moisturizer, which I'm going to start when I finish this one here. This one from NAC Hair, which is an Australian brand, and I really like this brand. Fun fact, I did a course to do brow sculpting. Because I did that course, I can now go to like a wholesaler and buy hair products directly from the wholesaler. Good morning. So the other day I repressed my bronzer and I'm about to use it. It's looking so much better. I will be able to use more easily now, and it turned out so well. Like, kind of want to repress all my powders now, even though they really just don't need it. It is currently the 30th. What I'm gonna do, I've just brushed my teeth, is I'm just going to pull the rest of this into here, and there's really not anything really in it. So that is another empty. But also lastly, which is super exciting, is I am going to use my very last whitening strip. And as I've mentioned before, I've had these for like so many years. They actually expired in June last year. Okay, so these are all the products that I finished for this month. I'm just going to quickly go through them. I'm not going to go into as much detail as I think I normally do, but I finished 2 cleansers. I finished this Haro Haro oil cleanser and the CeraVe foaming cleanser. Then I finished this green tea fresh toner. I finished the Beauty Adjosen red bean water gel, and then this Skin 1004 tone brightening capsule ampoule. I used 3 face masks this month, 4 sunscreen samples. I finished one of these Nioxin Hair Fall Defense Serums. And then for dental, I finally finished off my whitening strips. So I used 4 this month, and that is all of my whitening strips done. I finished another 1 litre of the Thermobreath Oral Rinse. And then for makeup products, I finished up 2 products. I finished the Rare Beauty Setting Spray and the MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder. So altogether I have used 20 products, and that makes this my best month so far. I think I'm just very lucky with what I've used up this month. So in saying that though, I have used 20 products, but I did make a few purchases again this month. So I got that NAC hair leave-in conditioner product, which I used tonight and I really enjoyed it. I also picked up while it was on sale, because I think my one in my drawer is about to run out, or run out soon, is the Got to Be Glued for brows and edges. I picked up 2 more of the 1 litres. Well, they come in 2 packs at Costco. So I picked up a pack of them, so I have 2 more of them. So I'm going to put all of this into my spreadsheet.